PTI Chairman Imran Khan responded to DG ISPR Lieutenant General Babar Iftikhar's statement after the PTI chief had accused 3 people, including a military official, of planning to assassinate him. Imran said that construing his criticism of one army officer to the whole institution was akin to saying that calling out one judge or corrupt PTI worker meant blaming the whole judiciary or party.
कि क्योंकि इमरान खान ने एक फौज के एक फर्द के ऊपर, एक ऑफिसर के ऊपर इल्जाम लगाया, सारी फौज बदनाम हो रही है। यानी ये मुझे जरा हैरत है कि क्या इसके ऊपर डीजी साहब आपने कोई तवज्जो दी? आप क्या कह रहे हैं? इसका मतलब ये कि मैं अगर एक जज के ऊपर कहूं कि ये जज 2 नंबर है, इसका मतलब सारी जुडिशरी 2 नंबर है। अगर वो कोई कहे कि पीटीआई के अंदर एक कोई करप्ट आदमी है तो मैं कहूं तुमने सारी पीटीआई को करप्ट कह दिया। ये कोई इसमें कोई लॉजिक है?
In his address, the former Prime Minister announced that his long march towards Islamabad will resume on Tuesday from the same point in Wazirabad, where his container came under attack last Thursday.
हमने फैसला किया है कि हमारी जो मार्च है अब वो शुरू होगी। मंगल से वही वजीराबाद जिधर मुझे ये गोलियां लगी थी और हमारे 11 और लोगों को गोलियां लगी थी और जिधर मौजम शहीद हुआ था, उधर से हमारी मार्च शुरू होगी।
He also lamented that authorities in Punjab are refusing to file an FIR over the attack on his container unless he removes the military official's name from it.
कौन से लोग जो immediately react करते हैं? अभी FIR ही नहीं कटी, अभी शुरू ही हुई है बात। कौन पुलिस? हम पुलिस से पूछते हैं, वो कहते हैं जी हम क्या करें, हमें पीछे से प्रेशर था। आईजी वो आईजी से पूछा जी आप बताइए कैसे ये लीक हुई? वो कहता जी हैक हो गई। एक के बाद दूसरा झूठ बोला जाता है।
On the other hand, Information Minister Maryam Aurangzeb criticized the PDI chief for not being able to register an FIR despite being in power in the province, adding that Imran was pressurizing the Punjab administration to lodge a false FIR of the incident. Meanwhile, PTI supporters continue their protests across the country. The Islamabad police has called back the Sindh police and FC forces to the federal capital. The Supreme Court on Sunday issued a rebuttal and denied that PTI Senator Azam Swati stayed at its judicial lodges in Quetta in the wake of his claim that an objectionable video from his stay there was sent to his wife. A press release from the Apex Court clarified that the senator never used stayed in the Supreme Court judge's rest house at Quetta, adding that according to the Balochistan Special Branch, the PTI leader had stayed at the Balochistan Judicial Academy, which was not under the Apex Court's control. However, the Balochistan Judicial Academy, in a press release, had denied the existence of an accommodation or rest house. Meanwhile, the Senate chairman comprised a special committee of 14 senators to probe the matter. The notification from the Senate Secretariat said that the committee would present its report within 30 days after its first meeting. The committee included a single PTI senator, Mohsin Aziz. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif left for Egypt on Sunday to participate in the Sharm el-Sheikh Climate Implementation Summit. The Prime Minister was accompanied by Foreign Minister Bilawal Bhutto Zardari, cabinet members and other senior officials. Before departing, PM Shehbaz warned that turning a blind eye to climate change's lethal effects would be criminal. He also asked for climate justice, urging the world to financially support developing countries so that they could reduce the multifarious threats of climate change. An Indian-based computer hacking gang targeted Pakistani politicians, military officials and diplomats to eavesdrop on private conversations at the behest of Indian secret services. The Bureau of Investigative Journalism and the Sunday Times revelations based on a leaked document and undercover work in India by reporters of the said organizations revealed that private British investigators through the hacking gang based in India were spying at the behest of autocratic rulers on dozens of high-profile individuals. According to the report, former military dictator General Pervez Musharraf was the most famous Pakistan-related target. US President Joe Biden has now irked Afghans by repeatedly disparaging their country as a god-forsaken place, causing Kabul's Taliban rulers to claim that the American leader was doing so out of frustration. While addressing war veterans at an election rally in San Diego, the US President recounted his several trips to the Afghan war zone as a senator and vice president of the United States, including the one in 2008 when he got stranded in the snow.
A lot of you been to Afghanistan. I've been to every part of it. It's a god-forsaken place. It's a god-forsaken place. And our helicopter went down in a snowstorm. We found a place to land that was an old path, and it was lucky that we had such great pilots. And it wasn't more than 10 feet beyond the width of the blades of the helicopter we were in. And there's a picture of us standing in front of the back of the helicopter, the wash of the helicopter to stay warm. We could hear F-15s fly over for proof of life. And then we got a photograph later.
On Saturday, Chief Taliban spokesperson Zabiullah Mujahid responded to Mr. Biden's remark at a news conference in Kabul, claiming that the US leader was doing so in frustration because his party was losing in the midterm elections. A domestic passenger plane plunged into Lake Victoria in Tanzania early on Sunday due to bad weather, shortly before landing in the northwestern city of Bukoba. No information was immediately available on the number of passengers aboard the plane, but local media reports said around 49 people were on the flight from the financial capital Dar es Salaam to the lakeside city. State-owned Tanzania Broadcasting Corporation said that 15 people had been rescued so far.